Good morning, everybody. Orange A here with my first ever AFK Journey video. AFK Journey is a game that I knew had been coming out for a while. It'd been kind of on my back burner, and then all of a sudden a few days ago when it dropped, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this game. So I downloaded it, started playing it without any real expectations, and I'm absolutely hooked on the game. Now, that doesn't mean that you will absolutely be hooked on the game, so I wanted to make a video talking about what I enjoy in this game and help you decide if this is a game you would enjoy as well. So the first thing I want to say is if you're a competitive person, I think this might be a game for you. I love playing games like War of the Visions, games with leaderboards, games with PvP. That's my jam, and you get plenty of that in AFK Journey. So if that's something you're into, stay tuned. I got a lot of reasons why you're going to like that. I'm going to deal with the pay to win aspect of this because you can definitely get an advantage in this game by spending money, which shouldn't be a surprise to any gacha players out there, but how much of an advantage you can get really does matter. Do you need to be a space kraken level spender? Do whales do well? What about dolphins? We're going to just kind of dive into that here. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the thing that draws me to the game, and that's the competitive nature of the game. My favorite mode in the game has been the Dream Realm right here, where there's a new boss every day. This is the fourth boss that we're seeing now, and I think it's a rotation between those four bosses. You battle them, watch this. This is the first rank of this boss, so I'm just gonna throw whatever team I've been using out here, and we're gonna crush this thing because I'm more powerful than the first iteration of a boss. But you beat it, you'll kill it, you'll get rewards, you'll spawn the second version of the boss. If you beat that, you'll spawn the third version, so on and so forth. You get rewards and you climb the leaderboard based on how much damage you do, and obviously the more bosses you spawn, the more chances you have to deal damage. So for example, at the beginning of day 4 of the game, just by killing the first boss, I'm in the 52nd percentile. So not great. Okay, let's go ahead and spawn the second boss. Now, I don't think my team is actually optimized, and one of the things that I love about this game is this team that I was using here worked really well on yesterday's boss. It got me actually into the top 20 players on the server, but this boss is different, and all 4 bosses kind of require a different little bit of team building. Now, obviously, if you are stronger than the boss significantly, as he puts me inside of a snowman, that's something he can do that I'm seeing this for the first time. Anyway, if you just out stat check them, which is what I'm doing here, you're going to win. But if you like building teams to beat challenges and then sitting back and watching your team, execute the plan that you made, that's another reason why you'll like this game. So those are 2 things that I really love, and let's see where I get to on a leaderboard after clearing, the second snow stomper. So snow stomper 2 goes down, and I get to watch my place on the leaderboard go up. Let me just also start. So now I'm ranked 22. Just being able to beat the second boss got me to rank 22. Keep in mind, this is the beginning of day 4. Day 4 started 40 minutes ago as of me filming this video. So my score now, let's say I quit playing this for the rest of the day, I'd probably not even be top 100 at the end of the day. I'd probably not even be top 200 because people's accounts are going to get stronger throughout the day. It'll take a better run than this later. But I love this game mode. It's my favorite game mode. And so if you like PvE scoring game modes, this has a great one in it. Okay, there's PvP in this game as well, and I love PvP. Honor duels, I haven't really messed with that much yet, but arena is you make a team, you throw your team against another team, and you try to climb the arena leaderboards. We're rolling into Monday. It's Sunday night where I live as I film this, but I got some weekly arena awards right there, so that's the first time I'm seeing that. I'll go cash those in the shop, but I'm Elite 1. If we look where that puts me in arena, 80th. Now, let's dive in for a second here. Pay to win. Is this game pay to win? In 80th place, I'll tell you guys, I have spent over $100 in the game. Now, that does not put me into the Space Kraken level, right? I'm not in the Guild Mads, which I'm assuming all the people in the Guild Mads have spent multiple hundreds of dollars on this game, but I'm somewhere in between $100 and $200 spent right now. I'm like if I'm being real with myself, I've bought a lot of those little like $1 packs, those $2 packs. I don't know how much that's all added up to, but I did drop $100 at one time. And then I've spot bought some of the like really good deal packs, and that has gotten me this strong. Now, this rank will climb as I play arena throughout today, and then it'll probably fall again as other people pass me, but I'm competitive here at that price, and I love games with leaderboards, and I love PvP. It's a gacha game. I understand it's a gacha game, and I understand that with that comes some pay to win element. Personally, for me, I'm very comfortable dropping $100 to $200 on a gacha game if I think I'm going to play it for a long time. And day one here, I was pretty hooked on this game, and by day two, I was dropping that $100, and that really propelled me. Now, what do you get for money in this game? Let's talk about that. I've seen a lot of other content creators, as I watch some other videos, I've seen a lot of them talk about, you know, what their account was like being free to play. I think on like the closed beta servers and stuff like that back in the day, they all completed the game. They all were able to clear all the PvE content in the game, and after enough time seemed to be semi-competitive in the PvP and scoreboard modes. But they're never going to be able to be the person in their guild that like hard carried their guild to like the top of the guild leaderboards. I don't really know how that all works yet. I came into this game blind, and it's only it's the beginning of day 4 playing the game for me, but I do know that I'm hardcore carrying my guild right now. It's a Spanish speaking guild. I don't speak Spanish, not sure I'll stay in that guild forever, but there are guild challenges you can do, and the better individual people in your guild do, the higher ranked your guild will be. Obviously, Mads, that guild that had the top like ever many whales on the server, they're going to get first place, but my guild can compete for second place, I think, and that feels okay to me. Like, it's not worth me spending thousands of dollars to get first place, but I do like to compete with the whales, and I think with the amount of money I've spent, I can kind of do that. What spending money gets you is duplicates for your character. I've already maximum duped out Vala right here. Again, not having spent a ton of money in gacha gaming terms. I know I say that, people are going to come at me, but I've gotten enough dupes to max her out. The game's been very generous in handing out resources early on, but what you get with money spent in this game is the access to duplicates of the character. So here you can see Rowan, who's a really great support in this game. I need 2 more dupes to bump him up to Supreme Plus. He will get a new skill when he gets to Supreme Plus. So like, let's go look at his skills. He will unlock Enhance Force. So he'll place more health potions using Smart Stall. He will become a better healer. One thing Rowan really sucks at when you only start with his first few moves is he's not a great healer. He's an excellent energy battery for your team's ults, but it takes getting duplicates so he can start doing like, more healing, more healing. So he does become a significantly better character as you dupe him out, and getting dupes is an important way to power up your characters in this game. A lot of the farming, as the game implies, is done AFK. I'm on AFK stage 269 right now. My dudes are just farming in the background all day long, collecting stuff for me, and that's enjoyable. I certainly don't like having to like manually farm anything in other games, so I do like that aspect of the game as well. Spending money will get you more pulls. Now, if we briefly look at the pull system right here, and maybe if this catches on and people want my opinion on this, I'll do a whole thing on the pull system in this game. I've gotten incredibly lucky, but I've also been very smart. So there are these, excuse me, I'm going to cough. There are these rate up featured banners, and the pity on these is 40 pulls. That is very, very low. Now, it takes a lot of duplicates to max out a unit. In fact, I don't even know what the exact number is. I'm sure you could look that up easily enough, but it takes a lot of duplicates to max a unit. However, having a 40 pity is pretty generous. Like, that's for a gacha game, and you can use on this your crystals. You can see I have 30,475 crystals left over after maxing this unit out, and I'm probably going to sit on those crystals. I'll use them to like refresh my arena runs, to refresh my boss challenges. Like, I will use them to push content in the game, but I won't pull hard until we have another rate up featured character with that great pity. If you step over into the regular banner, you do have a pity here as well. It's not as good. It's a 60 pull pity to get any S level character, but you do get to set a wish list, and this is where I've gotten really lucky. The featured banner right here, you only can pull so many copies of of the character. Like when you first start this, you can only get 2 copies. The banner's like, hey, they're like, hey, this banner's too good. People will max these units too easily. So it's depending on another character you have, how many dupes and how far you've pushed them. So you can see I have Rowan at a level in which it is unlocked. My Rowan is Supreme, which means I could have pulled the 8 copies of Vala, which I didn't even need to pull them all. I got lucky and hit her randomly a couple other times, pulled her 7 times here, boom, she's maxed out for me. Easy peasy. Now, this banner, like I said, does not have as good of a pity. It's 60, but you do get to set your wish list. And so if you get an S level or A level hero from your recruitment, it'll guarantee to be one of these characters on this list. And you can come in here, click on this, and change them at any time. This is my current setup. This is what I'm currently going for. And I could go over more of that later. But I do love this pull system. I think it's very nice. Then there's Epic Recruitment, which every 30 pulls guarantees you an S rank character. And you get to set your choices right here, right? So these are the choices I currently have running. I will probably adjust this, but I only use tickets to pull here. You can actually only use tickets to pull here. So I'm not I just wait till I have a 10 pull because I like doing it that way. And so yeah, I'll adjust this more when I need to. These aren't perfect, but that's another banner. And then when you've pulled enough times, you unlock the Stargaze banner, which gives you access to like these ultra premium characters. Again, you pick one of them and it's a 40 pity. So there's lots of different banners. Pulling in gacha games is really fun. Like, let's admit here, guys, we are playing a gacha game. And if you're a gacha game player, you probably like to pull. The game is very generous early on about giving you resources with which to pull. So much so that I'm sitting on resources waiting for the next unit feature up banner, which might be in like 2 weeks, which sucks. But by then I'll have a boatload of these crystals and I'll be ready to snap max them like that. And hopefully I'll catch a lot of other good dupes as I collect tickets in the game for these other 2 banners. And then Stargaze Station, you don't get very many of these. In fact, I can do a 10 pull here right now. I'm going to save that though. Let's go ahead and do a 10 pull on the regular banner. I'll show you what the summon animation looks like. She throws letters in the air, then they'll come back to earth. If you get to see a golden line going to the sky, you got an S rank. I didn't, so I'm just going to skip this. I got 2 A rank characters, duplicates. Again, whoop, nope, I do not want to spend any of my gems to pull again, and I'm still 32 away from pity, so even then I wouldn't do it. But there you go, that's the summoning system in the game. Apparently I hit enough of a duplicate there. Who can I max out? Oh, equipment. Let's talk about this. There's systems in this game that I really, really like as well. Your equipment is across all characters. So all your rogues share this equipment. Equipment just drops in the game. It's a super easy system to get to know. And as you power this up, all of your rogues power up. Then in terms of levels, you only level up this many characters at a time. So like, let's take my Vala right here. I have a ton of leveling mats. I'm going to go ahead and pop her up to level 91. 91 gives her a big stat boost. Also levels up her checkmate skill. Boom. She's a lot more powerful than she was just a second ago. You have to keep all of these characters within 10 levels of each other, but notice how the rest of my squad is level 83. Watch this. As I level these characters, right? Like I'm gonna level him to 85. We'll take you to 85. We'll get you popped up to 85 and you as well. Now, everyone on my team is level 85. So you spend your leveling resources, which you gain pretty much passively in this game and through exploring the world, playing through the story, all of that. You gain those and you level up 5 characters at a time. The rest of your squad levels up with you. So you don't, like, if you want to switch teams, team building is such a big part of this game that putting teams together is not that bad because they all share gear and they all share experience levels. I have loved that in this game. A wonderful quality of life. I don't know if that's how it was in AFK Arena. I never played that game, but there we go. Okay, I feel like I'm getting long-winded here. This is like my introductory kind of thing to the game. Here's the TLDR. Do you like competitive gacha games? If so, I think you will like this one. Are you willing to spend a little bit of money? If so, I think that will enhance your experience in the game. If you want to try it as a free-to-play player, just be ready for the free-to-play experience in gacha games, which is, it's going to take you a little bit longer to do some of the things that pay-to-win players are doing. I will say that the reward system for free-to-play players isn't bad. Like if we jump back in to this Snow Stomper boss and look at the rewards that you earn. Let's see here. Nope. Hold on. I know there's a way to look at it. So if you go to rankings, if you look, so let's look at anybody who plays gets these dream fragments. This is what you use in the dream store to buy duplicates of units, things like that. And you get these character leveling materials, the title essences. Notice that there is barely any difference between these ranks. It goes up by 25 per 10% rank. And then once you get to 40, from 40 to 30, it only goes up 10. You don't even get another one of these title essences until you hit top 20. And I mean, all of this is definitely like free to play accessible if you've been playing every day. This is a game that farms in the background. So if you're starting late, well, it's gonna take you some days to catch up because everybody else has days of farming on you and levels are really important. But the prizes don't get insane until you start looking at like top 50. That's a 50 boost right there. Top 100 is a nice boost. And then if you can hit these, like, this is where people like me who've spent some money on the game and like to build teams and stuff like that can get to this, like, I have a one time I finished in top 20, so I got hooked up with like a much better prize than somebody down here is. But if you're just competing among these levels, the prizes are basically all very much the same, but here's your pay to win. So there is definitely pay to win going on here. Like, I don't want to gloss that over at all. I think everybody should be ready for that. But if you don't care about being first and you just want to experience the game, have fun, challenge yourself, it's all there. It's all there. Just, if you can't spend money, don't get baited into spending money to try to compete with the Joneses, as they say. Okay, that's it. If you like PvP and competing, I think this game's for you. Personally, I'm loving it. I think I'm going to make some more content on it, especially if you guys enjoyed this video. So if you did, please do hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment telling me something you like or dislike about the game. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.